Hello there everyone, my name is Megan and welcome to Honeywood. Today I'm going to be flattening my island. Yes, completely flattening it, and yes, this took forever. If you like what you see, make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video down below, and make sure to hit that bell button for notifications for future videos that'll be coming out. But without further ado, we're gonna get started here. I had this little pumpkin patch right here, but we're gonna get rid of it for now and put everything into storage to implement the pumpkin patch a little somewhere different within designing my island. So for now, we're just gonna pick these up and put them into storage. I am going to kind of fast forward everything here for a little bit and popping in here and there with some little comments, and I just hope you guys enjoy the soothingness of the music in the background as we go along in this long process of flattening this whole island. This is my original island. It has the pond, a couple of waterfalls, just a very basic and original island, and I want to completely flatten it so we don't have any worries and we have a basic canvas to work off of. So stay tuned for more of that in the designing of Honeywood, but we're just gonna start off by flattening everything. I do keep my house and the villager houses close to the town hall for now, and I'm going to move them to the beaches later. I don't have much room on my beaches, so that's not quite an option for me at this time, but somewhat we will get there eventually. So again, guys, I just hope you enjoy this so much, and I will be right back. One of the things that we're just doing here is just getting rid of all the trees here on the first level, kind of in our town area. As you see, I am going to delete all the rocks too and get rid of those. But as I don't have enough storage for all the trees on the island, I am going to save a few fruit trees, cedar trees, and regular trees on the side in front of the Nook's Cranny, just to keep those for designing purposes. And then most of the rest of them, they are gonna go straight to be sold to the Nooklings. So I had this bright idea that I was going to get the cedar trees first that had the Christmas lights on them and gather them all up and put them and save them, because when I planted them that they would have the Christmas trees around them and I wouldn't have to worry about differentiating which trees are which, and I could get all the Christmas ornaments I wanted. But to my superior knowledge, that is not the case. Whenever you replant these things, as you will see later in the video, they replant as regular trees without Christmas lights on them. And I was so upset about this, you guys. You're about to find out right here. And I couldn't figure it out. And it was just I didn't know. Like I had no idea that this wasn't a thing. But now we know. My poor little broken heart. I was so upset. I didn't know. So now, guys, guys, we are just going to get into terraforming and breaking down everything on this side of the island. First, we're going to get this top tier taken care of, and then we're going to get everything off to the second tier on this side and work our way towards the museum side of the island. Real quick guys, I did speed up part of the video just to keep the terraforming a little bit faster. It is a little bit boring doing this over and over and over again, and I do know this, so I sped it up for you guys and hope it doesn't keep getting boring. Here we are just finishing up and getting all the trees and everything done on the second level on this part of the island. That way we can move forward of getting down to the base part of the island and getting rid of the second tier level. So I honestly thought that it would be easier to come up to the third part here and get rid of everything on here and terraform it down to a second tier level. But now that I come back and do everything, I'm not so sure that that is correct, but it was such a long process, you guys. I never really flattened my island before. I completely restarted it to this one, and I have to say this is a long and tedious process, and I got quickly bored doing it all because I've got this on 500 times, and this is nothing compared to what it took to do it. I have to say though, filling in this little river and waterfall part was pretty relaxing because of the waterfall sounds, and it wasn't as difficult to do as it is to terraform down this part of the island, so it was pretty fun, I have to admit that. Once we got done filling in the river here, we just continued on picking up more trees and flowers and getting those out of the way. Now we're just starting another long and tedious process of tearing down another part of the third tier island, and it's just a long line and long process of doing, and it took hours upon hours, and I did not realize that you couldn't have even a fossil on there. I think that when you have a fossil like that on top of an island, if you dig it out with a terraforming, it should like dig the fossil out of the ground, and that's what my thought process was on this, but clearly that wasn't the case. Honestly, you guys, I don't know what my thought process is on this anymore, but we just continue to go back to the base part of the town and clear out some more trees and weeds for the time being. Trying to sporadically grow some flowers like you just seen over there. I am going to leave the flowers on the main level down just because I am trying to grow them a little bit. That way I can have some decorative flowers if I need it. And I cannot tell you how satisfying it was to fill in this pond. And of course, as soon as we get done filling in the pond, we go back to the left side of the island and continue the dreaded, awful, most boring terraforming. Let me tell you, this took forever. I was so bored doing it, but it had to be done in order to get a nice 5-star island that we are trying to go here for. And it's just a tedious process and a long process, and just think this isn't 500 times, and look how kind of slow it is. That's how much I struggled to get through this, but I did it, and I am proud of myself for it. right here, guys, is where we kind of wrap it up with the second day, as it is getting late where I was, and I was getting so tired. And we just kind of go into the third day here, brand new. It's cloudy, and first thing I see is the snowball here, and I just go ahead and try to make a perfect snowboy because I haven't done that yet on Honeywood, and it is such a task to do. Like, it is difficult. So I did see a thing on Twitter where if you make the first snowball a little bit higher than your ears, which is why I take off my hat here, and then the second snowball that you make is a little bit under your ears, and it makes a perfect snowboy. So what we're going to do is just try to find the second snowball here and go about that. And there you have it, guys. Your perfect snowboy is here. And it took me days of making these snowboys to finally get one that is perfect. And I was so happy about it. But unfortunately, we have to get right back into the terraforming. And this time we start on the right side of the island by picking up all the flowers on the third tier and taking down all those beautiful Christmas trees that we unfortunately have to take down and sell to the Nooklings. But that's all we are doing here, is just taking down the flowers. Eventually going to destroy this pond and get rid of this third tier here. Once we finally finish the third tier here, getting it down, I start picking up the flowers and the rest of the trees on the second tier, and think about how I'm going to get this campsite down, but we're just going to leave it up there because I'm a little bit lazy for that. And unfortunately, we do have to set this up for a new day, the fourth day, and I did off camera go ahead and get the rest of everything down because I forgot to start recording because I'm awesome like that. And we are just taking down this last level like a champ, even though it took me about 3 hours on the last day to do because this was the biggest part of the island by far. I didn't realize how big it was until after I took the third tier down and removed all the waterfalls and ponds, and it was massive. also thought it was kind of funny right here where I kind of got myself lost in a little maze around this campsite because I was trying to do everything nice and neat, and then I went into a horizontal version of this instead of vertical because of the campsite, and I thought it was pretty funny how I got myself caught in a big maze there for a minute. All I could think about right here was just trying to push myself to the finish line and just keep going, because we were only 3 rows or 4 rows left at this point, and I was just so tired of doing this. I don't know if I recommend flattening my island, and I don't know that I ever will again, but I'm sure that when I do flatten my island again, it won't be this tedious and this intense, because there won't be as much to break down in a hole, because I don't plan on putting too much on a hole and my island. But I was just so glad to finally be done here, and the last square right here is just perfect. It's done. It's completed. We have flattened the whole island. Honeywood is completely flat. It took 4 whole days to get here, probably about 10 hours total, and I'm a busy woman, guys. I'm a busy woman. So there you have it. I'm heading my way back down to the town hall to see who all's out, because I haven't socialized with anyone in days. Here we have Fauna, Raymond, Plucky, and Apollo singing away as we finally get to relax from our hard construction days. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. It really means a lot. And I'm sorry that it was so long, but flattening your island is hard work, and I did not know what the task was until I started it, and then I couldn't go back to doing it. Make sure to leave a like in today's video, and make sure to subscribe down below and hit that bell button for future notifications, you guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you so much, more than you know, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!